Are you French?
No.
Ludwig's the French one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ludwig is mostly Spanish, actually, but his family speaks French. It's very confusing. He claimed to be French for a really long time, and then his mother humbled him and was like, "No, we're Spanish." He's like, "Oh,
we are Spanish."
But I didn't leak that here. He actually kind of stops. He doesn't. He used to farm it a lot, but now he doesn't. Like one time when I was farming him for content before I actually liked him, it was an unintentional fall in love type thing. He like was speaking in French on our first like e-date. He was like, "Yeah, I speak French." You know how like I'm a charming French boy.
I actually don't know the lore of how you guys met.
Oh, really? So I used to go on this show called The Rogeler. It doesn't exist anymore. He died. And
oh no, rest in peace,
yeah.
Raj.
So I used to go on this show called The Rogeler, and then afterwards, I'd always choose host on it. And so I'd win. I'd win all the time. Because I think I was like a safe win, because I was like friends with all the guys, so they'd be like, "Oh, she wins," you know. So I'd win the show all the time, and essentially you choose love or host, and you choose love if you want to go on a date with the bachelor, or a host if you just want to take all their viewers. And so I'd choose host every time. It was great. But then I didn't know how to maintain that audience because I just played League of Legends.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's all I did as a streamer.
Wait, imagine if you did your baking stuff back then.
They wouldn't watch. What do you mean?
No, they'd probably watch more than League.
Well, I know. Sometimes I would bake on stream. It's back when I still had access to a professional kitchen, and so every once in a while I would do like wedding cakes on stream and stuff like that, but they weren't as popular because I just had a League audience. But anyway, I got a raid. I'd get a raid of like 10 to 20,000 people, and I was like, okay, these guys want drama. So I'd go through the just chatting category, and I'd go into male streamers chats, and I'd be like, hey, do you want to go on a date? And then, very first
you're a content god.
I was farming before Aiden Ross ever did.
Twitch was way different back then.
It was way different back then.
So different.
But I went into Ludwig's chat. My very first chat in his chat is, hey, want to date me? And then he was like, no, I won't date you. I'm a tier 3 sub to Pokimane. And I was like, that guy's funny. And then I went to other guys' chats, and I would essentially go around. And then I went back to his chat because he was so funny. And then eventually DM'd him, and I was like, hey, do you want to do an e-date for stream? It'd be funny. Mm-hmm. And then we did. And then, he's just very convincing. We were friends for a long time before we dated.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so it was like, that's kind of how it started. That's how we became friends. And then the first time I ever met him, I was actually like, he icked me out because he farted. Like we were like doing a stream together the first time we ever met. And we're like, and this was like very much so like we were friends. It wasn't like anything like that, But we were like.
But that's like an ick.
We met, yeah, and he was like, chat, can you hear this? And he like lifted his leg up and farted, and I was like, ew. It was like an IRL stream. I was like, what?
Oh,
ew.
You were there next to him?
Yeah.
Wait, that's even worse.
Yeah, it was an ick. That's what I was saying. Like, I was like, oh no. Yeah.
So he must have like done something to like surpass.
He's got a great
ick,
personality,
right? Wow, that's crazy.